Hello, hello. Part of me cannot believe that I said I was going to be on here at 8:30, and I'm actually on here at 8:30. So since I talked to you last, I went to work, worked an emergency medicine shift, came home, exercised, fed my children, took a shower, and I look halfway decent. So I'm here. I'm Heather Hammerstead, emergency medicine, lifestyle medicine, integrative nutrition coach, here with Holist. Here we're going to be talking about when to delay action and what situations you need to imperfectly act for. So here at Holist, we help women figure out how their brains and their bodies really work around food, the evidence behind weight science and neuroplasticity, so we can make sustainable health change for prevention and reversal of disease and lose weight in the meantime for good. Okay, so I'm usually talking to other physicians who are starting or thinking about starting businesses, about stopping planning every little thing the whole way through before they do anything. Because this is what we did in school, right? In training, in residency, and really in medicine, maybe not emergency medicine. We can't really plan anything because we don't know whatever is coming. But in business, if you have an idea that is going to serve somebody, maybe even save their life, sometimes you just have to take imperfect action and move and then pivot and try and validate and pivot and pilot and pivot again, right? So the first time I was creating our flagship course on weight science and mindset around food, I was literally a few days ahead of the folks I was coaching. Don't tell them. But that's a story for another day. So imperfect action, other things with imperfect action, leave me a comment if you can think about things that are imperfect, that you need to imperfectly act on. So I can think about love and friendship and learning a new craft or learning to ride a bike or learning to ski, right? All of those things. It's like you just need to act. You want better healthcare, you just need to act. You want to lose weight, you need to act, right? All those things. But today, I'm not really going to talk anymore about imperfect action. I'm going to talk about delaying action. Before you get into it again, I'm Heather Hammerstedt, emergency medicine, lifestyle medicine, integrative nutrition coach, CEO and founder here at Holist, where we help people really figure out how their brains and their bodies work around food and help them, as a side effect, lose some weight. So drop live or replay Facebook. Give me some likes, please, or some love so that we can bump this up for other people to see on Facebook, because that's how it works. They drop it down in the algorithm so nobody gets to see it. Okay, delaying action. I wanted to talk about this today because, in all transparency, I had a challenging parenting moment last night. And I do almost every night. You guys do too, right? My kids are amazing, but they're little and little-ish. And they feel all the feels sometimes at the same time or in very quick succession, right? Last night was no different. My husband and I are pretty even-keeled, and we sort of like vacillate around the x-axis, if you know what I mean. So it can be hard when things get to the extremes. After we got everyone in bed, I spent some time with my oldest talking about how it's not always the best to act on those emotions right away, negative or positive, right? Too angry too fast, you hurt someone's body or heart, or too exuberant to notice the circumstance. You could not notice someone else wasn't, or that wasn't the right place, and you might get hurt or not invited back. So sometimes it's best to notice the feeling, hold it, sit with it, and then begin to notice what everyone else is doing and what the repercussions are of doing what your instinct tells you to do, right? Why are you choosing to think that thought and do that thing? So what if I'm wrong about this? What if I'm forgetting to think what, right? Any thoughts or comments for me? I'd love to hear them and get some feedback so I'm not just talking to myself. Like, love, anger face. So I'm not telling you this because I'm a perfect parent. I mean, shit, probably sometimes I'm not a very good one. With 2 full-time passionate professions. We have my love, Peter, for that. Did you guys see that RBG story about Marty? I got one of those. Pretty lucky. So I'm getting distracted. Post-night shift brain. This is what happens to me. Okay, I'm telling you this because it's a parallel to what's so essential for long-term successful health habits and behavior change. If you don't do the work, the mind piece, to recognize your sensations coming up from your body for what they really are, to recognize the thoughts that you create subconsciously from that, and then watch the flow of feeling to action to result, then what does it matter what someone tells you to eat, right? You won't understand what your body is doing and why. You sure won't understand about your brain's prior experiences and hormones that have wired it to sabotage you, to tell you what to eat, when to eat, or give you excuses to eat. To have you reaching for things you don't want and told yourself not to, and then your hands in the pantry again, to be doing things like drinking too much alcohol or processed foods when you know it's not going to get you to your goals, right? So by delaying action, by stopping to recognize the sensation, is this actually hunger? Or is it my body switching from getting glycogen to fat for my energy stores, right? Something like that. And to identify that thought that comes from that is huge. That's the thing. Recognize the sensation, identifying the thought that you are creating that comes from that sensation. It's huge. By deciding not to act, even for 10 seconds or 1 minute, to contemplate what your thought is and what feeling might come from it, what your goals are. To come back to the parenting comparison, also, we should leave the parenting coaching to my physician coaching friends, Dr. Payal Gael and Dr. Michelle Chestovich. If you need them, drop me a help in the comments and I will connect you. They're amazing. But to come back to the parenting comparison, how do you delay action with your kids? Yes, you can totally have that crappy little toy that costs $20. How about Friday? We get it for you if you still want it. You know they will have forgotten or moved on, right? How about, yes, you can totally have that giant cookie from the mall. I mean, that's a bad analogy. Who goes to the mall anymore? But let's go with it. And you can decide, I can totally have that cookie on Friday. You see what I did there? I said yes, right? You say yes to your child. They hear yes. They don't hear that you're actually saying no. You tell yourself, yes, I can have that. You don't hear you're saying no. There's less of that restriction and less shame when you actually decide to have it, right? And then I got to spend my time doing other things, not feeling restricted, realizing I didn't need that cookie. And in fact, my body feels fresh and great and my mind is clear and I didn't crash. And when I get to the time I said I could have it, I remembered how I felt when I didn't have it and how I got to my goal that week. And I probably won't have it. Here's the thing though. What do you do when you do decide you are going to have XYZ that is not on your plan, whatever it is that you want to eat, the way that you want to eat to get your goals? Don't get the cookie at the mall, okay? Tell yourself on Friday, you're gonna get the best damn cookie in town, right? And if you get there and you want it, enjoy it, right? Like, give yourself that enjoyment out of that. So, delay action with emotion and with food, imperfect action in love and business and art and learning crafts and skills and all sorts of things. What do you think? Who has other ideas from either of these categories? I'm just winging it. Okay, did you guys like this? Give me a delay in the comments if you did. And also leave me some thoughts of other things that like you want me to talk about. Okay, where can you find me? If you guys listen to podcasts, I don't know how many episodes I'm in, maybe 50, 60, 70, I don't know. Curate Your Health podcast. Please subscribe. I interview all sorts of interviewing all sorts of interesting people in health and wellness and leadership. It's super fun. We also have the Curate Your Health Facebook group where I do tons of training on food and exercise and mindset. Some of you are watching streaming from there right now. I think we're over like 8,500 strong or something over there. It's pretty amazing. So come join us. What we do at Holist, we change lives. You think I'm blowing smoke? I'm totally not. 12-week university level course on food and mindset around food. If you're really finally ready to understand how your body and brain like really work with food and how you can prevent and even reverse disease with this lifestyle and knowledge, yes, and especially you, my doctors, you need to know this stuff because God knows we are the unhealthiest bunch and never learned this, right? If you want to get on the phone with me or one of my coaches and try to figure out next steps to fix this problem for good, well, the irony is this is not the time to delay. We enroll on Monday. If you delay this, what does the next 1 to 5 to 10 years look like? This is like my entrepreneur friends. Like, decide this is up to me. This is the time. Let's take a step forward, right? So drop the word step in the comments if you're intrigued. Couple things. What did I want to say? I said there was a couple announcements. Oh yeah, I have a live mindful eating webinar October 3rd. This isn't going to be a training like this. It's going to be, with slides and examples, and it's probably going to be an hour, hour and a half. I posted it on my feed earlier this week, and actually I just posted one last night, and so it should be probably the one just before this. So check it out. It's public on my personal page. It's going to be really great. We already have a ton of people signed up, and we have 7 tips, and we're going to dig into each one of those. And really, it's live. We're going to be able to interact, and there's a ebook that goes with it, and workbooks and all sorts of stuff. So it's going to be October 3rd, I believe at 11 a.m. Eastern time. Okay, I'm going to look. StreamYard is weird. I can't see who is giving the comments, but someone says, sometimes my husband uses this tactic with me when I ask him to do stuff. I like that. Interesting approach. Would love to know thoughts on this concept with alcohol and social gatherings. It's really the same. I mean, anything I'm teaching you about food, just insert alcohol. It's the same thing. It's the same part of your brain. It's the same habit. It's the same social circumstance. It's the same. I finished a shift and you're ready to have sugar, or you're ready to have alcohol. Alcohol is just another type of sugar, and it just changes your brain chemistry in a slightly different way, but it's the same thing. So awesome. Okay, I'm going to review the things we talked about here. Most importantly, if you guys want to get on the phone with one of us in the next day or two and get in here on Monday to start this course with our personal coaching built in to really integrate all of this into your life so you can be enjoying your life, eating things you want to eat. We are just going to make that the most efficient that we can so that you can keep doing this for the rest of your life. If you liked this, give me a delay in the comments. And what else? Oh yeah, the coaching. If you wanted to be connected with some of my physician coaching friends, drop me a help. God knows we all need it. All right, guys, I am going to go down and check on the kiddos on breakfast and get after some sleep for the night, the day. I'm hopeful I'll be able to continue some lives tonight and tomorrow night, as I've been doing for the last few weeks, but I'm going to be out of town at a community hospital for a couple days in a call room, so we shall see how mask face keeps me from doing that. All right, people, again, Heather Hammerstead, emergency medicine, lifestyle medicine, integrative nutrition coach. If you like this, stay tuned. It's going to keep coming. Cheers.